We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. What is surrender? There is a lot of misconception about it. Many find it very difficult to surrender because surrender is not acceptable in certain traditions because of misunderstanding. It is said that Buddhist monk use 3 types of refuge or surrender. First, they say, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. I go to the shelter of, to the refuge of Buddha. Second, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. I go to the refuge of Dhamm, or literally translated it is religion. And when we talk about, when this Buddhist monk talk about religion, and what we understand is religion is outer religion. And the third is Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. I go to the commune of such people. These are the 3 shelters, the 3 refuge that a monk says when he is coming in the company of a Buddha. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. In the first place, before I go on speaking, let me clarify. These shelters that a Buddhist monk uses were not during the time of Gautam. Many traditions, many rituals that we see in a Buddhist monastery were added on later on. During the time of Buddha, every morning he will get up, put on his cloak, take his walking stick, take his begging bowl, and go in a particular, wherever his feet take him, for alms. And having collected the alms, he will return to Avantipindika, and then having eaten, the Buddha will sit down and the sermon will begin. Now totally things are different. In the monasteries, they go in the kitchen and have their meals and all these things, and many rituals that we see are surprisingly added on and were not at that time. They seem to be introduced, to have been introduced long after Gautam Buddha. Since these have become customary, so I am explaining these. Remember, your body is a temple. It's a miracle of the existence. Take care of it. From this temple alone will blossom one day the lotus of awakening. Not that your lotus of awakening will blossom from the temple or monastery or mosque or church or anywhere else. No, nothing like that. And also from this alone one day will illumine the light of awakening. What is the word Buddha? Buddhahood is awakening. Buddhahood is awakening, and Buddha is the one who is awakened, enlightened. Very erroneously, We use the word Buddha with the most important Buddha of the existence, Gautam the Buddha. There are, and there will be numerous Buddhas in existence. Gautam the Buddha is one such happening. Now, two words are there, Buddha and Buddhatva. You all have studied in the university, and all the students who were in a particular discipline, they had different names, but all of them were categorized as PG student, because you were postgraduate student or engineering student or medical students. Does medical student mean you? It is the category in which all the students belonging to that faculty in the university, they are known as. In Oxford, it was a term is used, Oxford Don. But Oxford Don is not a name of a person. The students who are going to the Oxford University, they are known by that name. So in the same way, if we call enlightenment is an university, all the students who are studying there, they are known as Buddhas, students. And what is Buddhatva? Buddhahood is the degree that is conferred on. So when the convocation takes place or graduation ceremony takes place in the university, so all the students, there are separate attire for medical students, the gown that they wear, something different to identify these are the medical students, these are engineering students, they belong to humanities faculty, they belong to social sciences faculty, so on and so forth. So in the first place, Buddha refers to all those people, all those who are entering in the existential university for being a light unto themselves. You enter in the university to obtain a degree, and then this is the first entrance. You are entering Cambridge University or any other university as a student, but then you belong to a particular faculty. Each faculty has a different building, and then what are you going there to get a degree, whether it is bachelor's degree or master's degree or post-graduation PhD degree. These are like Buddhahood, Buddhatva. So one who enters into this discipline, he is a student called Buddha. Buddha is a student. Then you say that this student belonging to the faculty of engineering is known by X, by Y, by Z. Ever since the university started, there have been students every year entering in the university, have been, are entering, and will continue to enter even after you. Many students have passed through, obtained a degree from the university before you. They are your contemporaries and will be after you, your posterity. So it should not be mistaken that Buddha refers to, yes, Buddha refers to the student who enters, but then it became that Gautam, Siddharth was his initial name. After enlightenment, he came to be known as Gautam the Buddha. Not Gautam Buddha, Gautam the Buddha, but we call, all of us in colloquial language, we call Buddha. So this has to be understood first. Now, for the inward journey, surrender to any master is not a necessary condition. Once Gautam was asked this question, you say surrender is not a necessary condition for inward journey, yet seekers come in front of you, they bow down to you and may or may not have uttered this sentence, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, but anybody who is entering into the monkhood during the time of Buddha, in order to identify them separate from the society, they put on a gown, they shave their heads, they have a begging bowl, and this is the attire. And they come in front of you. You remain quiet. Your silence confirms that surrender is essential. If not so, why you don't deny? Why you don't say that do not surrender to me? Because surrender is not a necessary condition to inward journey. Gautam responded, I will certainly deny if they are coming in my shelter. What do you mean by this? The man is standing in front of you and saying, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, I come to your shelter. And you say they are not coming to surrender to me. How is that? You have to understand. When an individual attains to enlightenment, only enlightenment exists. No one to experience, nothing to experience, and he said, I cease to exist as a person. Before that, entering in the university, you was a person. Afterwards, this is an embodiment of ego. Now when you come from the university, come out of the university, your ego is inflated that I am coming from Oxford University or Cambridge or Massachusetts or some other university. So after enlightenment, there is that you have experienced light all around. It's not that you become enlightened. It has happened to you, and in that you experience that everything else, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, the stars, everything is shining in that light. It is like the sun is risen. Does the sunlight, you are standing under the sunlight, so the sunlight falls only on you. The moment sun is risen, its light falls on everything sentient and insentient, the flowers, the birds, the rivers, the mountains, everywhere its light falls. So enlightenment is that light of the being that showers on you, it scatters on you. So in that, it happened through you, but it scatters throughout the entire universe. Your light, your room is dark. You take a lamp in the room and light it there. Where will its light fall? Its light will fall on you. You will be illumined. And not only you will alone be illumined, but everything that is in that room will be illumined. The moment You are standing in a room where it's dark, you are not seen, you are not visible. Only you feel that you are, but you are not visible to anyone, not even to you. Although you may be standing in front of the mirror, but you are not visible. The moment you turn on the switch, what happens? You will become illumined. You will see your reflection in the mirror. But will that light of the bulb that is lit in the room fall only on you? This is the ignorance. That light has fallen on me and I am seeing my reflection in the mirror. Everything in that room, the chair, the table, your microphone, this and that, and so your everything, your wallet, your glasses, your cup, your thing, whatsoever is in that room will get illumined. This is awake. This is enlightenment. When enlightenment happens, means Gautam was able to light that bulb, the existential bulb, whose light has fallen on him and blossomed. That has come from within. It has come from within and it is illumining the entire existence. Whenever anybody says, now coming to the point, first you understand this, now coming to the point, when anybody says Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, is he surrendering to Gautam? It is surrendering to the degree that has been conferred on to Gautam, the Buddhahood, the awakening. When people come to bow down, you are a medical doctor, you have attained a medical degree. When the patients come to you, they come to you because of you or because of the degree that has been conferred on you, and that degree is capable of bringing the treatment to the people, health and healing to the people. It is because of that qualification that you have gained that people come to you. In your neighborhood where you have your office, somebody else will be sitting down and nobody will come to him. But everybody will visit the doctor because the doctor has that degree and they are coming to respect the degree. The medical degree, whether it is in any whatever field. So when an individual comes to surrender to Buddha, it is not surrendering to the person but the qualification, but the awakening that he has attained. And Buddhahood is a happening. The degree of medical science, MBBS, which has been conferred on you, it is an inner happening by virtue of the work that you have performed, all the things that you have gone through, the exams and all that, and by virtue of this, it has been conferred on you, and it is because of this qualification with this experience. The qualification is one thing, but there are doctors who are much more experienced, their reputation spreads far and wide, so the patient would like to come to them. So this does not refer any person. It is, master is like a state. It is said, Sufis say, master Sheikh is a Ruhani Miraj. Just as Miraj happened to Hazrat Payghambar Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, in the same way Ruhani Miraj is a state of a spiritual happening. Buddha too refers to a state. It refers to all those. Buddha means the student in the existential university, refers to all those who have attained enlightenment in the past, students who have passed. That is what we have used the word alma mater, the past students. So all these students who have passed from the university in the past, who are your contemporaries and who will come after you, they are all known as students and they have been conferred different types of degrees. Remember, entire journey from Siddhartha to Gautam, the Buddha there is a story. The story says in one of the past lives, Gautam, when he was Siddhartha and he was not enlightened, he went to a Buddha of the time, Dipankar. When he went, the Dipankar was sitting amidst his disciples. So Buddha bowed down to Dipankar. Same time Dipankar got up from his seat where he was sitting and he bowed to Buddha. Gautam. Gautam said, my vow to you is acceptable because you are enlightened and I am not. Why are you vowing to me? What Dipankar said is very meaningful. He said, today you are not enlightened, but you are the seed of awakening. You are the seed of enlightenment. And the day you will attain to enlightenment, I will not be there. So I am bowing to you now. There is, I recall there was in a cemetery, there was an epitaph on a grave. Look at me, O passers-by. As you are now, I was ever. One day I was walking like you. As I am now, you will be. And today I am in the grave. I am a grave, you will be. So Dipankar said that I am enlightened, but I am seeing that you have the teacher, your teacher sees the great potentiality in you and he pays a special attention to you because this man one day will become a great scientist or in any field he will be. So Dipankar got up from his seat. Buddha inquired, you are enlightened, therefore my vowing to you is acceptable, but why are you? And it is said, when Gautam attained to enlightenment, he looked into a particular, because Dipankar was not alive at that time, Gautam looked into a particular direction and bowed down in that direction in respect of Dipankar. Now again I will mention it to you. You are in your city, you want to visit another city. You have gone to visit another city wherever it may be, and you reach that town in the night. In the night you went out and you reached to your hotel room. It is cold winter night and the outside is dark except the lights. You want to look at outside, but you cannot come out because there is darkness all around and you cannot see the beauty of the city or anything. So what you do? You are in your room, but you are so anxious to look at it, how the city looks outside. You have never come out of your city, out of your village. So you go to the window, you remove the curtain, and through the glass you look outside. You get a glimpse. Isn't it happens there? And then in the morning now, when the sun has risen, there is a little warmth. You have taken your breakfast, you come out under the sun and you see everything. Buddha is that window. A master is that window through which you look into the unknown and the existence outside. Through me you can look into the outside world, the inner world. This is why it is very important. You are not surrendering. When you go, are you going to worship the window? Window is a small opening into the outside realm, outside world, outside the city. It gives you through the window you are getting the glimpse of the outside. Zen monks call it satori, a small window, through the small window. But when you come out, that is a different kind of thing. So many satoris happen before you actually get enlightened. So it is that the degree that has been conferred. So all those who have been enlightened in the past, who are enlightened now and will be in the future, they are all known as one word Buddhas. Just as all the students of the past, now and in future are known as students of a particular faculty in a particular university, University of Massachusetts, University of Chicago, University of Cambridge University or Oxford University, but they belong to a particular discipline, the science, the engineering, the medicine. So I have heard a gardener was entering into a garden, and that time the birds used to talk. Now they do not talk. So the poet's imagination is, in Hindi it goes on, माली आवत देख के कलियां करें पुकार, फूली फूली चुन गई काल हमारी बार. Looking at the gardener coming to the garden, the birds are talking among themselves. And what they are saying? Look at the gardener. He is coming to pick up all those buds. They were buds yesterday. Or to pick up all those birds that have blossomed into the flower. All those buds that has blossomed as flowers, gardener will pick them up today. And tomorrow, who knows, maybe my chance. Maybe tomorrow I may blossom, and when I blossom, the gardener will pick me up again. And tomorrow among us, he will, among us all, the gardener will pick up another one. All those who have become enlightened in the past are enlightened now or will attain in the future by known as one word Buddha. It is like the university conferring degree on the students qualifying for medical science as a doctor or as an engineer or in a humanities or social science faculty, or they are doing their PhD. So to Buddhahood is a degree of awakening being conferred on you by the existence. So never think, firstly, you are not surrendering to any particular master, you are surrendering to the state that has happened to him. Rohani Miraj. The inquiry continued, and when those words bowing at your feet, they can say anywhere else. There is no need to say those words in front of me or anywhere else. Gautam said, it is their problem. Why you didn't go? You were in the room, right? You reach New York or you reach London and you want to see what the outside looks like. Maybe the hotel that you are staying there, from there you can see the Buckingham Palace on one side or the White House. So you open the window. Why did you go to the window alone? Why you did not go to the wall, or why you did not go to other door? Why you did not go to the door of the room to look outside? Because the room opens in the corridor of the hotel, but the window opens outside. So you will go to the window, only through the window you can get a glimpse of the lights of the Buckingham Palace or the White House. From the door you will not see it. So why do you come to surrender at the feet of the Master? Because through him, you are getting a glimpse that this man has attained something. This man, looking at his glow, looking at his aura, there is so much of change in him. May I be one like him one day. Why he is so serene under all the circumstances and situations? The problems comes, turbulence comes, the rain and the shower and he is not bothered about anything. He is not bothered about anything. Whether the day comes or night comes, morning is there or night is there. He is lost in his own blissful existence. The reason being, they cannot envision such awakening anywhere else. You cannot get the glimpse of Buckingham Palace or White House from the door. You can see only the window that is opening outside. A master, a Buddha, is a window that is opening into the existence. Through him you can get the glimpse of the existence, vastness of the existence, so you come to that window. I hope that you understand that. And then you saw it. You saw it very distinct, very clearly, the lights of the Buckingham Palace. It's the beauty to watch the lights of the Buckingham Palace and whatsoever you could see. For now, at least they see through me. Window can say that I am the master through which this man who is standing in the room all by himself gets a glimpse of outside. If the journey begins in my company, Buddha said, what is wrong in that? At least they are learning to bow. Journey of dissolution of ego begins with when you bow down in the company of someone. It is the nafs kushi, the Sufis terminology. There are 9 different types of nafs, nafs amara, nafs lawama, forget about all that. So they are learning how to bow, how to bow down. The journey of dissolution of ego has become, this is very important. When you come to the master, you surrender. It is not that master wants you to surrender. It is that your process of dissolution has begun. People, many times I say something or write a post, immediately someone says, oh, this is so and so in that thing there. If you know that, why are you reading my post? If you are yourself, so why are you listening to me? You are listening to me because you have seen something in me which you have not seen. Why are you comparing it with something else? Immediately, as soon as I speak, someone will say, oh, your talk was great. So how can you judge my talk was great? This is an embodiment, this is an outcome of ego. How can I not say that? I must say that your talk was really great. If you can judge my talk was great, then why are you listening to me? I don't go to listen to anybody else except when there comes a the function. When I have my breakfast, why should I worry about the breakfast somewhere else? I have eaten my breakfast. Why I should go somewhere else? The journey of dissolution of ego has become. Today they saw the opening through me. Tomorrow they will see through another person, through another Buddha. Thus their vision will continue to widen. And one day the same person will find the entire cosmos is awakened. This is what happened to Gautam. That the moment, it is a great happening. The moment you see, although the incident happens, I give you an example through a patient goes to the operation theater. He is put into anesthesia. And an operation is performed, maybe it may take 2 hours or 3 hours, but the experience of each patient is, after the effect of anesthesia is finished, the patient wants to know, are you really finished? The time, as if that time has stopped in that moment of awakening. The moment it happens, you feel it happened there for so long, but as if it finished in a flash. Oh, so quickly you finished your operation. Doctor said surgeon will say that it took 3 hours. Oh, 3 hours, but I didn't know anything. Because you were in that state of anesthesia. When the awakening happens, it is like anesthesia. Your all senses becomes numb. You are in a state of ecstasy. Something is being performed on you. And in that very moment, time ceases. The same thing happens when you are in a state of love making and you are doing it correctly, the time ceases. So through love making, you can enter into the timelessness. And the moment you convert this moment of sex into timelessness, you have learned something in life. From everything you can learn. And everything leads, all roads lead to that particular place. If there is a function going on, if there is a big celebration is going on, a movie star or a singer is coming to your town to perform. So from wherever you are, wherever everyone is, all road leads to that stadium. All roads lead to the same destination. Every action, everything leads to that awakening, that inner happening. And one day he can see. Once you are capable to recognize the diamond, this is like a professor recognizes the diamond in you. You are simply mind taken out from the mind. You have not been polished, you have not been given a shape, but the expert knows that this student tomorrow will be a great scientist. Once you are capable to recognize the diamond, you can recognize the diamond wherever it is, in a shop, even in the mines, not yet mined or polished. You can develop the vision to recognize the diamond even in the heap of garbage. Isn't it so? So a Buddha is the one who recognizes the diamond in a heap of garbage. An ordinary person is like a diamond that is still hidden in the mine, in the womb of earth. That's why I have chosen you. That's why you have been chosen. It has not been mined yet. First it has to be mined, taken out of the mine by some expert. Then it will be cleaned, polished, and the shape, and in doing so, the diamond gets its worth. An unpolished diamond does not shine. You are like an unpolished diamond which has just been mined. As an expert, the master is polishing you, giving you your worth, making you aware of your worth. You have not yet started the process of preparing the diamond. Buddha is that diamond which was once unpolished, Gautam. Now you are the seed of Buddha. The seed is unpolished, it has not been planted, and when it is planted, its journey begins. The seed is worthless, but it carries the heaps of fruits and flowers in its womb. Buddha is the seed of awakening that carries infinite number of the blossoms inside it. The Buddha is that diamond that once unpolished and worthless, like you. Yesterday you were unpolished, worthless, and now the beauty and splendor of your innerness is shining. Its worth is being known. Buddha has done all that was necessary in order to bring this worth outside. This is blossoming, this is flowering, this is awakening. The entire process of mining the diamond, shaping, polishing to bring out its worth is the spiritual process. Master polishes you, subjugates your ego. Your coming to an awakened one is like a diamond being brought to the workshop where diamonds are prepared for the market. When you come to the commune, you have to come to that lab where the master will start shaping you, giving you the form and your worth. Buddha said, if they have seen this in me, let it be so. What is important is the beginning of the journey. Does not matter now, does not matter how, where and which way the journey begins. When you are entering into reaching the new city which you want to visit for holidays, you ask the taximan, you know some important building, can you take me around that place please? I just want to have a look at it. How does this building, that the famous Watergate building, looks in the night? Or the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, how does it look like? I want to just, can you please take me from that side? The driver says you have to pay a little more. Okay, that doesn't matter, but you take me from that road. So it is that the master starts your journey from wherever you are. You may be stuck in sex, name, ego, etc. Nothing matters. For me, what is important, your journey has begun. I take your hand from wherever you are and started taking you out of that. You are in this room, I take you out from that room to the living room, and from the living room to the outside in the garden. This is the beginning. Surrender to one where you see the light coming from. At least you saw the light coming. Then one day you will recognize the sunlight all around. This is awakening. When standing at the window, you get the outside vision. Certainly you are not bowing or praying or worshipping the window for that opening. In the beginning, out of ignorance, it may appear as if you are praying to this opening, to praying to Buddha, to praying to this particular master. Sun rises each morning. Sun rises each morning, but you remain asleep when sun is rising. So you never saw the sunrise. You never saw the entire sky aglow with the light of the rising sun. So what the master does, he shakes you, wakes you up from the bed, and it's a time to get up. The sun is rising, and through that window that a master is, you have seen this for the first time in your life, the sun rising. Your journey has begun. The master will start polishing and shaping you in different ways, using different tools. This is a spiritual journey. Had the master not encouraged you to get up, how long you would have remained asleep, engrossed in ignorance, conditioning, and narrow identities no one knows. Will that know? How long you would have remained engrossed in ignorance, your conditionings of this and that. I am man, I am a woman, I belong to the master, I come from this family. All that is nothing. It is said one of the Sufi masters, Naqshbandi, sent his son to take care of the shrine of his master. Why did he send him to that place? He himself was a master? No. He sent to learn something somewhere. You have to keep your tail between your legs. That is the dissolution of ego. Only then you can learn. If you think you are an engineer, an automobile engineer, that does not mean you are an automobile mechanic. Mechanic will fix the things much faster than an automobile engineer. So that is the meaning of this surrender. What is surrender? And why Buddhist monks say Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. And when he said Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, not talking about Hinduism, Dham means the essential nature. What is the essential nature of water? To quench your thirst. What is the essential nature of salt? Jesus says, I am saltishness. I am not salt. I am that quality of the salt that makes your things tastier. So, Dham means the essential quality. Why? What is your essential quality? God has created you. It is said, the Christians say that God took out, they put the light into but the light, there was darkness, it came out, then he took something like that, a story, put the light into the man, and then it stayed. And that is how you are given this seed. You are the seed, you are born, you brought into the world as a seed of awakening. But it is your duty to plant that seed. Go to the garden, get the seed planted by the gardener. The master is the gardener who plants your seeds, provides you proper nourishment, the fertilizer, the sunlight, the rainfall, the wind, everything, and out of that you are born one day. The flower blossoms, the light, and you become light unto yourself. This is the topic, the name of the next book that hopefully will come, Light Unto Yourself, soon. The one that is the first one, Life, Love and Light, will be out in the market. This is print on demand on Amazon. It will be probably published next week because it takes 72 hours for it to be published after you have uploaded it. I am encouraging others, not being the author, although behind that everything is being done. This is the life, love and light, is the journey of transcendence. It is the diary of a seeker, a seeker's diary in the company of an awakened master. This person asks the questions, and in response to those questions, whatever was overflowed out of me, that comprised the subject matter of this book, Life. Life is birth. With birth, life comes in. Then the seed has been planted. It must blossom into the blossoming, the light. But love bridges life and love. Love bridges light and life. That is the theme of that book. The next one is Light Unto Yourself. This is one of the chapters that I have spoken on from the upcoming work. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.